SBRT solution, the short base plate. Attach the SBRT base plate to the treatment couch. The fixation device to attach the base plate depends on the couch top. It is at all times required to secure the caudal end to prevent tipping. For further information, please visit our website. The base plate is made out of glass fiber, which makes it MRI compatible. It has different holes and engravings to index the SBRT accessories in a reproducible way. Also, it has a number of slots allowing a thermoplastic immobilization mask to be attached. In order to position the arms, the armrest support plate has to be attached to the cranial end of the base plate. There are two different armrest support plates depending on the type of arm support which is used. The first version allows the use of a cushion and grip poles for arm positioning. The second version allows the use of the Mammo RX arm supports and hand grips. The armrest support plate slides over the cranial end of the base plate without the need of any tools. The first armrest support plate is designed for the armrest cushion. This cushion has two positioning bosses to attach it to the plate. There are two positions for the armrest cushion, one in the caudal direction and one in the cranial direction. When necessary, the armrest can be raised with an elevation cushion. Position the armrest on top of the elevation cushion and attach it to the support plate. A set of grip poles can be used on the armrest support plate in the position that is most suitable for the patient. You can choose to use two grip poles at the same time, so one for each hand, or you can use one grip pole in the middle for both hands. The second armrest support plate allows the attachment of the Mammo RX arm supports. There is a cranial and a caudal option on both sides. Choose the one that creates the most comfortable position for the patient. There are various holes for the attachment of the hand grips. You can choose to use two hand grips at the same time, so one for each hand. Or you can use one hand grip in the middle for both hands. Again, choose the most comfortable one for the patient. Two separate cushions to position the knees and the feet can be indexed to the treatment couch. The cushion to support the feet has holes at the bottom that drop over the pins of a 2-pin bar. The cushion to immobilize the knees has the same type of holes for attachment over a 2-pin bar. For shorter patients, the knee cushion will need to be positioned in between the two shafts of the base plate. The 2-pin bar will then need to be placed underneath the base plate in the cutout. There are marks on the side of the cushion showing on which position it has been placed on the 2-pin bar. The standard Orfit head supports are compatible with the SBRT solution. There are 6 different sizes of head supports available. The head supports have 2 bosses at the bottom that fit into 2 holes in the base plate. Models 1 and 2 are the standard head supports. Support 2 differs from head support 1 in that it does not have lateral neck flaps. Head supports 3 and 4 are the standard pediatric models. And finally, head supports 5 and 6 are as big as supports 1 and 2, but slightly shorter in the neck section. They are used for patients whose head is closer to the shoulders without a distinct neck. Blocks and wedges are used to raise the head position or to bring the head into flexion or hyperextension. There are 2 blocks, one of 2 centimeters thick and one of 4 centimeters thick. There are also 2 wedges, one with an angle of 9 degrees and the other with an angle of 18 degrees. All these elements have bosses and holes to allow them to fit snugly together and to the base plate. To change the position of the head, use the blocks and wedges by placing them between the base plate and the head support. The Orfit SBRT solution has two different abdominal pressure devices, a mechanical pressure system and a pneumatic pressure belt system. For the mechanical pressure system, you need the pressure system bridge that consists of an arch, a screw, and a pressure plate. There is a low and a high version of the arch. Move the arch in the highest position by opening the locks on both sides and sliding the arch vertically upwards to position 5. Then close the locks again. Place the screw in the highest position by opening the locking system, moving the screw upwards, and closing the locking system again. Position the patient on the base plate. Adjust the knee and foot cushion so that the patient is in a comfortable position. Adjust the arm supports and hand grips to give proper support. Place the pressure plate in the correct position on the abdomen of the patient. Make sure that the plate does not exercise pressure on the ribs to prevent fractures. Position the arch on the base plate so the screw will touch the pressure plate once you turn it downwards. Attach the arch to the base plate by closing the clamps. The arch indexes onto the round holes on the side of the base plate. For repositioning purposes, write down the location of the arch. Slide the arch downwards by opening the locks on both sides. Once you've reached the correct position, close the locks again. The different heights are numbered from 1 to 5. Fasten the screw until you've reached the desired pressure on the abdomen. The arch can be positioned with the screw facing the cranial or the caudal end of the base plate. Choose the correct position so the arch is located outside of the treatment field. In case of an emergency, the screw can be released easily by opening the locking system and pulling the screw upwards. A pneumatic belt can be used to create abdominal pressure. Strap the belt around the waist before positioning the patient on the table. A millimeter scale indicates how tight you've closed the strap. Position the patient on the table. Attach the pump to the bag and start inflating the bag until you've reached the desired abdominal pressure. The manual pump has a pressure readout. Then close the bag with the white clamp attached to the vacuum tube and insert the black sealing pin in the vacuum tube. The SBRT solution can be combined with a vacuum bag. To make sure that the vacuum bag is positioned in a reproducible way, you should use 2 indexing bars. Position the cranial indexing bar in the base plate by using the white pins. The caudal indexing bar should be positioned on the treatment couch with a 2-pin bar. In this case, the white pins can be removed. There are 2 holes provided in the indexing bar that drop over the pins of the 2-pin bar. The 2-pin bar should be placed underneath the base plate in the cutout. Place the vacuum bag on the base plate and position the patient on the vacuum bag. Once the patient is in the correct position, attach the vacuum bag to the vacuum pump. Switch on the pump to deflate the bag. Deflate the bag for a minimum of 3 minutes in order to keep the desired shape during 6 weeks. Once the air has been evacuated from the bag is closed with the white clamp attached to the vacuum tube, and the black sealing pin is inserted in the vacuum tube. The arch and the pressure plate of the mechanical pressure system can now be attached to the base plate. Then turn down the screw until you've reached the desired abdominal pressure.